Hello and welcome to Bay 1, this is Maraxi doing a quick overview of the new starter bots in Robocraft. So let's just created a new account, strangely called Robocraft Bay 01. And so yeah, let's take a look at these designs. It looks like they've used a lot of heavy cubes and a mix of different cube types. Just looking through things, okay, there's my little robot. Yeah, so the first bay is an 8-wheeled robot that has how many SMGs? 6 SMGs on it. It looks like 3 of them are front mount only and 3 of them are top mount, although due to the way they're mounted on the top, the fire arcs are somewhat limited. They're all mounted on heavy cubes. These are going to be relatively easy to upgrade, considering. But yeah, so this is the first bay robot. There's not really anything to do with triforcing, although you do have some shielding from behind here. Some kind of shielding from behind here, but that's more to protect the pilot seat than anything else. So that's a wheeled cruiser. Robo 2 is another wheeled cruiser. This is more of like a wedge shape arrowhead design. This one is probably actually going to be one of the more preferred because of the way the guns are stacked. So these are all stacked so that they've got better fire arcs. You've got better fire arcs to the side almost because you don't have the center gun being blocked. Although this little ridge in the middle does prevent firing from side to side. It's got a light on the front as well, which is cool. Oh, I see what they've done. This is actually an off-center design. So the pilot seat is to one side, and yeah, oh, that's interesting. Overall, it's got 6 wheels. All of them are turning wheels, but that's going to be interesting to see how it works because are they all turning wheels? How the hell does this work? Yeah, because the pilot seat is technically behind this set of wheels, so we'll have to see how that even steers. And then we go to this one, which this is actually, okay, it's a motorbike style design. It's got wheels mounted centrally. Problem with these is that if you take these blocks out, then the wheels are going to get destroyed very easily. Weapon fire arcs are probably a little bit better in terms of moving around. So this one, you've got 4 guns that can fire in that direction, 6 to the front. So overall it's got better fire arcs than the other designs, but yeah, we'll see how it really works. But let's go and actually give them a test. Hopefully there's people playing Classic at Tier 1. If there isn't, this will be somewhat problematic. And Tofu Toast, welcome to the stream and thank you for watching. Queue position 9. Come on, we need 16 people for a game to actually start. Might take a little bit longer than I intend to do this just because of the queue times. 12. $13. There we go. Okay, so 14 for tier 1. That works out. So we've got people that have got pre-built robots here. Some other people using the starter bots. Just have to remember that my fire arcs are somewhat limited. Oh, this does like to skid a lot. It's a speedy little thing. Very easy to flip, even with the design that they've done here. Okay. Let's go and support the team. Ooh. Enemy somewhere over there. reached level 2 already. And I've lost a good number of my... Ah! Time to run away. Come on. Going for the cap if I can. Ah. Yeah, maneuverability is somewhat limited. Come on. There you go. Beaten by the same bot design. Okay, well, that's the first one. Let's check the second one out. I'm guessing we're going to have even more problems with the second design in terms of stability on this, but let's try that out. Back to classic again. We'll see who queues up and how quickly the game starts. Yay.
The battle for Tharsis Rift has begun.
I see, so those rear wheels are steering. But they're going to get shot off very, very easily. That's going to be a problem. Well. It kind of moves a little bit like a sled. Oh, there's enemies. Don't stay exposed. And I've got 2 guns left. See if we can take out this little dude down here. No. No guns left. And my team wins that one. Oh, that works. Alright, and now to the final design, which this might be my preferred one, even though it's very... we'll see. It's a lower profile, but I can see a few optimizations to this that would help out straight away. But let's go and give it a try and see how it runs. Hopefully I'll get into the game. So I was just helping out some new players with key commands. F, if you get flipped, F can write your bot, but you cannot fire. If you you can press Q to spot an enemy if you can see them, but they've got no name tag or anything. Press Q and it spots them to your team. Yeah, and those are like the two easy to use controls. Space and shift if you're using hover blades, which you can't use at tier 1 or that early on, will lower and raise your bot. And it also activates thrusters if you're using thrusters on your bot as well. Okay, this is surprisingly easy to control.
SMG cruiser spotted.
And you don't keep spam firing, you pulse fire because your accuracy is a lot better pulse firing. And now I have to write because this doesn't have great stability. No. Got 4 guns left. Still got all my walls though. The movement on this is actually relatively well shielded. Ah. Yeah, but getting up little cliffs and stuff like that isn't so much good. Probably won this, all of our team is together. We've got a fair amount of guns between us. Yep, no point going up in the air, there's no flyers. So yeah, as I suspected, this is actually my preferred design out of the 3. It's lower profile. As much as it's got some weighting issues, it's still a little bit more resilient, or it feels a little bit more resilient than the other ones. Probably what I would change though is I would be tempted to, if I go and take a look at one of these. Yeah, this one, it's got some good fire arcs on the front, but I'm going to take... Well, actually, no, I'm just going to buy new items. Even though I don't have lots and lots of RP at the moment, I still think buying things would be better. So with my tech points, I've just got a few. I want to unlock the armored cube there. I want to unlock the T1 prisms, those. And armoured inner T1s. How many tech points do I have left? I've got 26 to use. And then I could go straight into tier 2 here if I really wanted to. But not going to worry so much about that. We're going to get a radar. Not going to get a jammer because that's a T3 item. Don't need to get more SMGs. Actually, yep, don't have enough tech points for the tier 2 wheels. What else can I get? These are all 33, 33. Let's unlock... No, I don't have enough for the tier 2 armors. Wait, I need tier 2 tech points. That's right, yeah. Okay, so anything else I can buy with the tier 1 things? The front mount SMGs? Nope. They're tier 2s. The thrusters will help. I guess I'm unlocking these as well. So that's realistically what you can get in just a few games. There's nothing else that uses tier 1 that I've got enough to get outside of the front mount SMGs. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is using the RP that I've earned. Actually, first things first, we'll buy some of these. These are relatively cheap, so I'm going to press Control and on each of these so that I buy quantities of 10. And then I can armor the critical blocks which the bot uses. On these I'm actually going to change these to inners because they're a little bit lighter mass. But anything where the guns are actually mounted want to be better quality blocks. Because it's something called the gunbrella effect, where part of damage gets transferred through to the mounting block. It's not so important at tier 1, but as you go up in tiers it does make a difference. And X enables clone mode for when building, so when I replace a block it replaces it on the other side as well. Let's get this replaced, and then what I was going to do actually on this design was pull off this block, I'm actually going to use an inner here, and then put a standard, another inner actually. Grab a couple of these, one on the back. And we've got a couple of those still to use, and then I can put a gun on the top here, and we can probably extend that out the front as well. So the pilot doesn't have to be seen, you can actually enclose him in fully. But yeah, so I probably want to see if I can fit another one on the front, even though it doesn't look as good as a starter bot. Something like this. There we go. So now we've got a little bit more, a few more options in terms of fire arcs with this design. So a few more things just to improve the armoring. Let's go through and like some of these grey blocks here need to be swapped out for stuff that's actually armoured. Like they've used standard cubes in here. So pull those ones off, pull these ones off, and pull those ones off. And then we can also do the same on the sides here. I'm going to concentrate on protecting the pilot seat a little bit more than everything else. And that can be replaced with inners. Anything else? We've got 2 of those left, so let's replace these ones. Okay, and we should be good to go back into battle. Now, in terms of unlocking, it would be pretty easy to get up into higher tiers. I just don't want to do that at the moment, so yeah, you could scrap most of your starting bots and build a pretty effective tier 2 bot, which I'll do that probably in the next stream as a new progression method. But yeah, just got to wait for the queue for everyone to get back into queue, go to battle, see how this works out, and then yeah, that'll be it for this stream. The next one will be an an introduction into building a brand new robot and how to move the robot around in the bay and everything like that. Actually, I'll probably do it as an extension to this stream and separate the videos out for when I upload them. And I didn't put any thrusters on here, even though there is room. I completely forgot about buying some of those. Oops.
The battle for Glees Lake has begun.
I have no idea what that means, but whatever. It's probably an inappropriate thing to mention. There we go. I'm going to try going out across the ice. Now, with the ice here, you have to be very careful because it's very, very slippery. And most wheeled robots will not like... Ah. Pulse fire, and I'm holding the right mouse button to actually zoom in like that. Makes a difference. Ah, come on, can I get up on the side here? If I'm having troubles, you can actually use the rectifying mode, and you can move your robot out around a little bit in rectifying mode, except now I really am stuck. Awesome. Waiting for it to queue, to cool down. So it's useful for getting up little hills that you get stuck on. Oh right, they're at our base, so I'm going to have to try and get back to our base. Boom. I can't beat the entire enemy team. And they were doing the right thing in terms of sticking together. Anyway, yes, that's it for this part of the stream, the introduction to the new robots, and I'll be back shortly with the part 2 where I go into building your first robot from these parts.